This time I'd like to call to order the 10 March 2025 Jackson County Commission meeting. Thanks everyone being here. We have several items on our new business agenda tonight, and we have a couple items on the second portion of our agenda. At this time, if I could get Mr. Hamrick, our county administrator, please call the roll to establish a quorum.
Commissioner Gully.
Present. Commissioner
Kenner.
Present.
Commissioner Buckner. Commissioner McBride.
Present. We do have a quorum. If everyone would please stand, we will ask Mr. Porter, our county attorney, on our invocation, and I will lead our pledge of allegiance.
God, our Father in heaven, we are pleased to be able to come before you in prayer and to offer this prayer of thanksgiving for this county that we live in, for all those that are serving us unselfishly each and every day in public ways. So we're thankful for them, thankful for their families. We pray you'll continue to watch over us, continue to guide us and be with us as a community in each and everything we do. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In your packet is the agenda for tonight's meeting. I will give you a moment to look over the agenda. With that, do I have a motion to approve the agenda for the 10 March 2025 Jackson County Commission meeting? Motion. We have a motion. Have a second. We have a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. We do have a number of recognitions tonight. So what I'd like to do is turn the floor over to Sheriff Harnan and Chief Corrections Deputy Nash to make those recognitions.
Thank you. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you very much. We're very proud of all of our employees at Jackson County Sheriff's Office, jail, and on this side, we have two different sides. And anytime we get a chance to recognize those for achievements, we're really excited about that. So Chief Nash and Captain Miller, y'all would go ahead and.
First, let me tell the commissioners these are graduates of the 80-hour jail management course, which is kind of deceptive in its title because this is really jail 101. They learn things such as the history of the jails in Alabama, search and shakedown procedures, which Captain does a lot of that, transportation and restraints, CPR, they get certified in their CPR and other medical issues, escape awareness and detection, jail officer safety, and many, many others. This is an 80-hour course that's sponsored by Alabama Peace Officer Standards and Trainings Commission in Alabama. And upon graduating, they get a certificate and recognition from us because they have to go 2 weeks and they can miss 4 hours of that 80 hours. And that's all. If they're sick, we had one that was kind of sick and came in 4 hours late, but he got his completion. So we're proud of these guys. You hear me say all the time how proud I am of the folks at the jail. And these are just an example of these folks that we're so proud of. Landon Bailey. Come on up. Blake Bates. Terry Higdon. Mr. Chairman, we're about to lose him for 22 weeks. You know what that means? He's going to some basic training.
Nice haircut, too.
Thanks.
Yes.
Rodney Ivy Jr. It's kind of, I'm calling these folks real name and it kind of throws me. Like this one, Derek Morgan. He's Peepaw. And Wade Townsend, Sergeant Townsend. We're very proud of these folks and they've completed the course in exemplary fashion and we're proud to have them at the jail. Sure, you guys get with them this way.
No, we're going to stand up.
Go down, they're going to stand up and get a picture of you guys.
One more count. Hold on just a moment. No one see him over. That's right.
And our group got bragged on at Mishers last week. I won't go any further than that. But the chairman got an email from someone in the county bragging on the jail staff. And as always, we're proud of them. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you very much. On behalf of all of us up here, we want to say thank you for your willingness to serve our county in a very, very important job. So thank you very much for being willing to do that for us. Thank you, guys. I think we do have a couple of speakers tonight, so if I can give the thank you. So we have the three speakers, and with that, I'm going to give each of you 5 minutes to speak. And so, Mr. Argo?
Yes, sir.
If you would come up here, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. It's just for the record so that we have that information. If you would state your full name, please,
Michael Argo,
and your address,
392 Holiday Shores Road.
and are you speaking on your behalf or on behalf of a group?
Well, I mean, basically just my behalf, but I know it's an issue for a lot of people over there too, so,
Okay, and that's Holiday Shores?
yeah.
Okay. We'll give you 5 minutes and we'll let you know when that's up. Go ahead, please.
First off, my issue, I bought the corner lot there at the stop sign, and there's just a lot of road water that doesn't even stay in the ditches, and it's eroding under the asphalt, and the road is actually caving in now around that culvert. And then the other issue is the culvert is directed right at my property, and there's no means for the water to go anywhere but on my property. It doesn't have a ditch to go anywhere else. It's just turned loose. And now I'm building a house there, and my septic permit, it perked, but the health department, they won't give me my permit because that pipe is just aimed in that direction. So I need to get the pipe moved or at least taken care of or something. And then I know we've tried to get the roads repaired multiple times, and I guess it's the engineer that they keep transferring me to for the county. He says that those are not y'all's roads to take care of, even though they're in the county. I don't know what the issue is there, but Marshall County won't come in either because the county line goes right through that area. Y'all have a little section at the corner is all. And Marshall County is willing to take over everything if it'll get annexed there so we can get something done, because I know it's been a years and years going on through there in the neighborhood trying to get stuff fixed.
Does this intersect with 79?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Let me open it up for questions
think so.
from comments. Anything?
No, I mean, I can see your frustration. Thank you for sharing with us.
Well, I will say that Holiday Shores, we recognize that it's had this problem for a while. It was developed as a private development area years ago. And I do not, we need to do some research about the condition and whether or not it was actually turned over. In the county, if a private community is developed, there are certain standards that have to be met to turn it over to the county for road work and other items. But I think that's something we need to check into to see where we are with that. I have been there several times, and I agree there are issues in Holiday Shores. There really are. I do believe that to turn that, have it to another county will take legislation to do that. That is not, I think, something that the county can be on our last for.
It seemed like we looked at this issue 5, 6 years ago, maybe, I can't remember, some time ago. Had a number of meetings, joint meetings with the residents out there, one out that way. And I know it's been an issue for a while. We've just never been able to come to an accord with Marshall County, as I remember.
So let us say that we will check into this for you, okay? And we will get back with you on where we are and what can, or if we can do something, okay? Thank you. Next, we have Mr. Helms. Miss, okay. Is it Helms? Did I get that
Yes.
right?
Sir,
Go ahead, please, ma'am. I'm gonna ask you the same questions.
okay,
If you would state your full name, please,
Tina Helms,
and your address.
596 Holiday Shores Road,
And
Scottsboro.
are you speaking for yourself or?
Well, I'm actually the vice president of the homeowners association.
Oh, okay.
And I had went and talked to Rick Watson he's the Marshall County Road Commissioner. And he told me basically what y'all were saying, that y'all had addressed the issue years ago or something, and y'all were supposed to be trying to annex the properties together or something in Jackson County, Marshall County's into Jackson, and that they had to get so many of the residents' votes in Holiday Shores in order to do that. And I guess basically, the reason I'm here is to see what it is that we need to do, or if there's anything that we can do to get it like going.
Okay. And I think
Yeah.
our county attorney just talked about that. I think that's something we need to look into, and I do think we need to determine whether that takes legislative action. I know once it was, I'll use the term annexed into Jackson County, it was legislative action that did that years ago that moved it from Marshall County to Jackson County. So I appreciate your concern. Let us look at this, and like I say, we will get back with you. And we will find out where we are with that. Your commissioner for the district over there has talked to me as well about this, so we're aware of where they stand on this issue. Okay, thank you. Mr. Olson. Again, we will give you 5 minutes, and I will ask you to state your full name, sir.
Leighton Olson,
Okay, and your address?
419 County Road 204 in Dawson.
Okay,
DeKalb
and are you speaking for yourself or on behalf of?
I'm speaking on behalf of the Northeast Alabama Nature and Heritage Work Group. It's kind of an informal but formalizing group that is focused on things such as I'm going to present today.
Okay, and we will give you 5 minutes, sir.
All right, and I would like to acknowledge a wise saying of a person whose family is very prominent in the United States, going back into the 19th century, the Benson family. And the most recent member said, the most important thing is people before paper. We're here with people. I got a lot of paper. It'll get piled up somewhere, and for people who want to follow up. First item, before we get to the resolution, that I'm suggesting you take a look at for the next meeting, perhaps, is what's coming from the Alabama 250th Anniversary Commission. They're down in American Village, south of Birmingham there, and they are stepping up pretty well in the last few months. And they are proposing to the legislature about 3.4 million for school heritage things, community heritage things. It's going to be in the curriculum for the schools next year, to learn all the stuff about 1776. And then you're gonna get a Liberty Elm delivered up here at the plant wherever you want. And the same for all counties. So I wanted to, this is their really nice material, and they're connected to the national one. Every state's got their version of this. And this is the 2 lights for tomorrow. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, et cetera. And this is background on this. And I think what they are encouraging is for every county or every multi-county area to have a point person who would get ready and say, well, we're going to be an historic thing now through, next summer. So the county might want to say, who's that going to be? Is it going to be the Chamber of Commerce? Is it going to be some of the history people, the EDA, or whoever it might be? So this is paper number 1. Paper number 2 is nice and pretty. And it came out of the ARP thing, over the winter, and it shows all of the historic stuff in Lexington and Concord, if you want to get in your car and drive there. And this is a part of, in effect, all towns in America have some version of history and nature or something, and it's called formally placemaking, whether it's a town of under 1,000 or 2,000, up to Scottsboro, kind of a big place where something special might become something special at the Tennessee River crossroads. Something that says, where the heck is Scottsboro for people who don't know? It's right there on the darn river, et cetera. Come and do whatever, with all the stuff at the crossroads there, et cetera. Another piece of history is this is over in Geraldine. This is the famous 19th century horse Timbrook. This is for an event that's going to be over in Collinsville, but this says, what's the most famous horse from around here? The town of Timbrook, that was a crossroads in the 1880s. They put down Timbrook because Timbrook won up in a match race east and west, and was as famous or more famous than Joe Namath, remembrance today. It was their Super Bowl activity. Placemaking in Collinsville. This is just a flyer of things that might be at any place. This is in Collinsville, some music programs. I'm just putting this in here because it could be music programs anywhere. Here is the resolution that I shared a little bit earlier, and it basically recommends to declare April as horsepower and history month. So it's not just old time horses, it's sort of horses and something that celebrates how valuable a horse was versus a mule versus an ox, and horsepower things today for people who don't think of history as just something old time. It would include planning for potential wagon trail days between here, Scottsboro, Bellefonte, and across over to Fort Payne and on up into the big equestrian trails back up there. Could include a county map. A lot of places in 1776 had a county map. The roads people put special things for history points on there, and that was a special edition. That's a concern. This is within the wider National Sequoia Heritage Area. 3 or 4 dang states come together, and it would also include the potential for each commissioner to have to do things in their own area for some small towns there.
Let me tell you, you're 5 minutes up, but I'll give you 1 more minute here quickly.
I'll take half a minute. And this is a thing from the Times Journal, talking about planning, in DeKalb County, and it's got something here, which this is for the town of Henniger. Up there, 2,000 people, and they've just put a lot of all of their kind of events. And this is a part of town placemaking. And so any town in Jackson County might do something similar and use this year in some place to, consider doing that and having some combination of people help coordinate and support whatever.
Let me ask you if the commissioners have any questions.
Just want to say thank you for your passion, drive, and what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. With that, we will move into the new business portion of our meeting. First item is, we do have the minutes, for our February the 10th, 2025 meeting and work session and the February 24th, 2025 meeting and work session. I'll give you a few minutes to take a look at those, minutes. With that, do I have a motion to adopt the minutes from the February 10th, 2025 meeting and work session and the February 24th, 2025 meeting and work session?
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion, have a second?
Second.
We have a second, all in favor, say aye. Motion carries, thank you. Next item on the agenda is, a motion to approve the purchase of a new mower for the maintenance department. We turn the, floor over to Director Cole again. He was asked at the last work session to get some additional, quotes.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Commissioners. In your packet, you should have 4 separate quotes for 4 different mowers. I tried to go with, local dealers, as much as possible. To get 3 commercial quotes where they could do service and stuff nearby, I had to go get a quote from, Boyd Contractor. It's in Rainsville. But I'll go through each of these quotes for you. And give my recommendation. And, as a comparison, the three new quotes, which would be for, the Husqvarna Z560X, the Gravely Proton 360, and the Kubota Z781KW ITW60. These are all very comparable mowers to each other. They're actually all bigger mowers than what the John Deere is. They're much heavier duty. They've got bigger motors, heavier duty spindles on them, heavier duty decks on them. If you look at the prices, the John Deere still turns out to be the most expensive. We've got the Husqvarna, I think is the cheapest is going to be the Gravely. On the Gravely, it does come with a bagger. It's not listed on there. It does come with a bagger, but it doesn't have a bagger that's a dump from seat bagger, which we're trying to go for. We're trying to up some efficiency on trying to get some mowers on. There's only a few $100 difference in getting one that's a dump from seat and a manual dump. The Gravely has it's a manual dump, 10 bushel bagger that comes with it. The next one's going to be the Husqvarna. It does have a bag from dump from seat bagger, and it's 11 bushel dump from seat bagger. It's a little bit bigger. And let's see, I'm trying to see the bagger on the Kubota. I can't remember. I think it's a 10 bushel, 10 or 11 bushel as well. After talking with all the dealers, we also looked at warranties on each of them. The John Deere's got a 3-year, 350-hour warranty. The same with the Gravely Pro-Turn, it's a 3-year. No, it's a 5-year warranty. A 5-year 1,500-hour warranty. The Husqvarna also has a 5-year, 1,500-hour warranty. And the Kubota is going to be a 3-year warranty as well. After looking through all these quotes and seeing what would best fit our needs, my recommendation would be to go with the Husqvarna from Scottsboro Small Engines. I think it would suit our needs the best. It's heavier duty than what we've got, and it's got a really good warranty on it. And it gives us what we're looking for a decent price.
Okay, any questions?
Should go with his recommendation.
Okay, so let me state the motion. So do we have a motion to approve the purchase of the new Husqvarna Z560X more from Scottsboro Small Region?
Yes, for $16,075.
Yes. Do I have a motion?
Yes.
Do we have a motion, have a second?
Right.
Second, all in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Then Eric, if you will add those details to the motion whenever we file that. Next item is a resolution from, for the Alabama Forestry Commission grant for public works. There is a resolution in your packet for the redraft portions of that resolution. It says, whereas the County Commission of Jackson County, Alabama is desirous of constructing or improving sections of roads included in the Jackson County road system and remove existing structure and replace with a precast cast-in-place cover on County Road 53 in Stevenson, Alabama, over unnamed tributary of the Big Coon Creek. Whereas the Rural Logging Efficiency Act of 2023 enacted by the Alabama legislature and funded through the Alabama General Fund Budget Act of 2024, the Forestry Commission is authorized to adopt program rules and administer the logging efficiency grant site. Whereas Alabama Department of Forestry Commission has announced the availability of these funds for matching grants of up to $400,000 per Alabama county to implement eligible rural bridge projects. And whereas the county intends to apply to the Alabama Department of Forestry Commission for matching grant funds in the amount of $400,000 for the construction of the above referenced rural bridge project. Now therefore be it resolved by the Jackson County Commission as follows. The Jackson County Commission hereby authorizes the submission of the grant application described herein and agrees to all the provisions of any agreement. The Jackson County Commission further allocates and authorizes the use of up to $78,169.74 of its own funds and or other resources to be used for the construction of the project. Do I have a motion to approve and sign the resolution for the Alabama Forestry Commission grant for public works?
Make that motion.
We have a motion, have a second? Second. We have a second. Any discussion or questions?
That includes the in-kind in that total.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? If not, all in favor say aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Last item in our new business tonight, we will be appointing the two members to the Jackson County Healthcare Authority Board. These two appointments are to fill two unexpired terms. One term expiring September the 30th, 2025, and one term expiring September the 30th, 2029. We have four applicants. In your packet is information on each of the applicants who have submitted their request to be considered. Mr. Charles Lovelady, Ms. Jennifer Gray, Shelby Graves, and Mr. Jim Jordan. In your packet, a little bit about each of these applicants. Mr. Charles Lovelady states his interest in participating in the Jackson County Healthcare Authority Board. He is a lifelong resident of Jackson County, a retired general surgeon, and his hope is that his prior experience might be of some value to the Healthcare Authority Board. Next applicant is Ms. Jennifer Gray. Ms. Gray expresses her interest in becoming a member of the authority board. She is the mother of a special needs son and has a deeply personal invested interest in the healthcare system. Over the years, she has seen firsthand the challenges that families like hers face. And the experience has fueled a passion for improving healthcare landscape of Jackson County. And she believes that her perspective as a parent of a child with special needs, combined with her commitment to advocating for better healthcare, would allow her to contribute meaningfully to the board's efforts. The third applicant, Ms. Shelby Graves, a DPN, a PNBC, and a AGA-CP. I think that gets explained later in her application. She has submitted a letter of interest that states that she has received her doctorate of nursing practice degree from Southern Adventist University in family practice and acute care adult geriatrics, and completed her DPN research project that was focused on enhancing emergency department throughput times at Erlanger Hospital in Chattanooga. She has worked as a charge nurse and trauma clinical leader during her time at Erlanger. She moved to Scottsboro in 2022 and began working at Highlands Medical Center in the emergency department as a registered nurse. Has received her license as a family nurse practitioner and started employment with Northeast Alabama Health Services. She did return to Highlands Medical Center as a nurse practitioner and remain employed as needed for Highlands hospital program. She has opened her own practice in November 24, focusing on weight loss and wellness. The fourth applicant is Mr. Jim Jordan. He states he believes that the economic development and resiliency of Jackson County is inextricably tied to a robust healthcare system that serves all the citizens. He has served as the Mountain Lakes Chamber of Commerce Board and has served as the chairman of the board. And he continues to serve on committees with the chamber. He is a member of the local leadership team for the Tennessee Riverline Initiative and is an active participant in the steering committee for the Jackson County Economic Resiliency Plan. His experiences also includes he was a director, program manager, management for Motorola Solutions Incorporated from 2000 to 2017 and a certified project owner for Motorola Incorporated. He has a Bachelor of Electrical Engineering and a Master's in Business Administration. So with that, do I have a nomination for, let me go back real quick. For the unexpired term that expires on September the 30th, 2025.
Make a motion to recommend Shelby Graves.
We have a motion for Ms. Shelby Graves. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. We will take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Gully,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennemer,
Yes.
Commissioner Buckner,
Yes.
Commissioner McBride.
Yes.
Ms. Graves will be appointed to fill an unexpired term through September the 30th, 2025. Do I now have a motion to fill an expiring term of September the 30th, 2029?
I make a motion that we nominate Mr. Jim Jordan for that term.
We have a motion and a nomination of Mr. Jim Jordan. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second. With that, we'll take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Gully,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennemer,
Yes.
Commissioner Buckner,
Yes.
Commissioner McBride.
Yeah.
Mr. Jim Jordan will be appointed to the Healthcare Authority Board to fill an expiring term September the 30th, 2029. Thank you for that. Let me say thanks to everybody that has applied to this board and your willingness to serve our county, and to all members of our county that are willing to serve on boards that are critically important to Jackson County. And so thank you very much. With that, we will move into the work session portion of our agenda. We have two items. They're both items under under the commission. First, you have in your packet an application for funding support. We have had a number of folks who have come before the commission requesting funding support. The commissioners asked that we put together a process by which we would seek applications and then make a determination who would what organizations that we would select for funding. You see in your packet a recommended advertisement to notify folks of opening an opportunity for funding support, and then you have an application packet plus a grading matrix to be used as we evaluate applicants for funding support. In our previous meeting, we had a number of questions asked. We have taken a look at those questions. Mr. Hemrick has looked at them for consideration of applying. We have not, I will tell you, we have not taken and put every discussion that we had into the application form because that would make it a little bit complicated to fill out as well as to evaluate. The recommendation is that we use this applicant to states that provide organizational information, the amount requested, and if that is not the project total cost, what is the project total cost? It also then asks 4 questions: describe the specific project or initiative for which the funds are requested, provide project and initiative goals that the requested funds will support, provide a description of milestones to achieve the goals of the project, and provide a timeline from start date to end date. It does request supporting documentation to be submitted with the application, proof of nonprofit status if they are a nonprofit organization, budget for the proposed project, proof of matching funds if the amount requested is less than the project total, most recent financial statement or audit, and letters of support or endorsement, and that is an optional request. It does require completion closeout requirements that similarly is selected, and that would include itemized list of expenditures and copies of invoices and receipts, and signed statement confirming funds were used solely for the approved purpose. And then an acknowledgement statement that has to be filled out, acknowledging that these funds are used for the explicit purpose that they are requesting. With that, let's open up the questions, comments.
I'm tickled pink on this. I think this is something that will come in handy as we go forward. Very, very well thought out, organized. It should be. It's not overwhelming to complete, but it's thorough enough that we can make a good decision on this. For the advertisement, I just would like to suggest that we make sure that we include a deadline for application, because I mean, it's not always open. It's going to need to have a cutoff so that we can have time to review and make a decision. So this is excellent work. Thank you.
Did we make a decision or determination about the amounts that you were allowed to request? I'm assuming on that.
No, what we have talked about is setting an amount that we would have available, and then they can apply, and then we would make a determination how much we could allocate. In the last meeting, Mr. Hamrick stated that he believes that we could support a total budget amendment of $50,000 that could be used for this to allocate to applicants. And I believe that in our discussion last time that we would make that determination of how much we could support for each applicant up to that amount. One question I will ask. I'm glad you mentioned the deadline, set a deadline when all applicants would have to be submitted. Do we then want to also then have a work session of which all applicants would come before the commission to present their request for funds and purpose, and allow us to ask questions of the applicants.
I don't know that all applicants need to, maybe ones that we want additional questions of, but I mean, I mean, I'm not opposed to everybody coming, but that may be a arduous process if,
Yeah, if you've got two.
and I think we'd be leading to false hope if it was.
I would think we would grade the applications and narrow it down to a certain number and then bring it before the commission.
Okay. Fair?
Yeah.
So we'll go through a grading process and bring to the commission a recommendation of those we will call forward for consideration.
I'd really hate for somebody to take off work, prepare a presentation, come down, and it not be something that's worthy of considering.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay, so for the minutes, let's include these comments about the process that we would use. Are we okay putting this on the new business agenda for the next meeting? We'll do that. But next time, I'll turn over to County Administrator Matt Hamrick. Every year as we get ready for audits, we have a individual or an organization that prepares our financial statements. And I believe it is time that we consider hiring a new preparer of the financial statement. Mr. Chairman.
During the process of preparing the fiscal year 2023 financial statements, like the accountant that we've been using to prepare, we experienced pretty significant delays to the point that at one point the examiner sent us a letter that they were pulling off of our audit until we were ready, because I based the timing to start the audit off of what he had given me, and we never received the financial statements for them to audit. So with that, I approached Mr. Nance about possibly switching to a different preparer. You have in your packet a proposal qualifications by UHY. This is the firm that we would work with, or the office we would work with, is based out of Franklin, Tennessee. The current preparer we have is just a single member operation. This would provide us with a team that would work on our financial statements with a primary point person, and then it would also provide two additional layers of review of the financial statements prior to our audit. So it would be a significant upgrade in the quality review that we would receive. Based on past experience with UHY, they the turnaround time for them is, if they set a 2-week window, then the only reason it would be delayed is that they're waiting on us, not the other way around of waiting to hear back and.
Any questions? Propose that we put this on the new business agenda for the next meeting. That gives everybody time to take a look at this package. And everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, with that, that concludes our work session portion of the meeting. We will move to reports from the staff, county administrator,
Nothing to report.
county engineer, anything else?
Nothing, sir. Thank you.
County attorney?
All right, man.
Okay. Anybody in the back, anything? Okay. So with that, let's go to comments from the commission, District 4, Commissioner McBride.
Just want to say we appreciate all our county employees and the hard work they put into their jobs daily. And it's great to see these young men come graduates from this new program. And I look forward to seeing their accomplishments. Thank you to the speaker for coming and voicing your concerns, and we appreciate you letting us know what's going on there. How you doing? And that's all.
Okay, District 3, Commissioner Burke.
Yes, Ken, thank y'all for bringing your concerns here. I know you're not getting the response that you want, but this is a difficult situation that we've been aware of and trying to find a resolution of what we can do. And so anyway, thank you, because it's without you bringing it to our attention, it gets passed over. So apology for coming out. Thank you for doing that. I want to brag on Mr. Gann. Thank you for going and saving us some money by pulling those bids, because that's important. I think if we can get as good a product or better product as you mentioned, we save a little money. And thank you for allowing us to buy from local vendors. That's very important. Big possibility of storms this weekend. Stay weather aware. As always, I think we do a great job of doing that. And I want to brag on Jonathan, your guys and their response. This past weekend at church, I had 2 different families come and applaud your work and how quick y'all responded, how well you did. So it is definitely appreciated. And hopefully we won't have too much to clean up on this weekend, but stay aware. And the big thing is make sure that your house is ready, that you're ready, and that you know where to go if you need assistance. So I think it's very important. Nothing else.
Okay, District 2, Commissioner Kim. District 1, Commissioner Gullis.
I'll just applaud the employees of the Sheriff's Department and the Public Works Department, and really all departments for everything that they do. I appreciate all the hard work the county employees do. I appreciate the folks coming to us with your concerns, and definitely we'll look into that. Thank you.
Just a couple of comments from me. I just want to comment on the great job that has been done on County Road 38, and the work that's been done to fix those slope failures. So we know it's been a long time coming. That road has been out for nearly 4 years, a little over 4 years. But with our county engineer and the staff working, their intent was to do the work on that road so that we hope we will not see those kind of slope failures on that road again for a long time. And if anybody's had a chance to drive it, you'll see a great job of paving and guardrails that are up for safety of the road. We did open the road for traffic this Saturday, I believe it was. And there's still a little bit of work to do there, but that will not impede traffic. We wanted to make sure as soon as it was available that we offered that road to the people to travel on. I do have a letter I would like to read as part of my comments. Again, it's regarding our emergency management office, and it's addressed to us. And it says, "I would like to extend my sincerest gratitude to you and the staff of the Jackson County Emergency Management Agency for your prompt and dedicated response to the mutual aid request following the December 28, 29th tornado that impacted the city of Athens. Your team's willingness to assist in conducting damage assessments alongside Limestone County EMA staff exemplifies the spirit of cooperation and shared commitment to the safety and well-being of our communities. The professionalism and diligence displayed by your agency played a crucial role in assessing the damage in the affected areas, helping to ensure that timely assistance and resources could be allocated where they were most needed. Please convey my heartfelt thanks to all involved for their hard work, commitment, and support during the challenging event. We greatly value your partnership and we look forward to the continued collaboration in the future. Thank you once again for your leadership and for the exceptional service provided by the team. Signed, Eddie Gilbert, Director, Limestone EMA. Yeah. With that, the next meeting date will be March 24th, 2025. And at this time, we will go into an executive session to discuss potential litigation.
One thing I forgot to mention, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention, I apologize, Director Skipper and his staff, but I contacted them last week after some citizens complained about a dump site up on 93. They took very swift action, went up there and cleaned it up. Very much appreciated. I just like to go on record with a warning to the citizens of the county. If you dump your trash in Jackson County, we are going to go and prosecute you with every means that's available. I encourage them to find the evidence in the trash, and we've got to step up our efforts for this trash dump. I think this is the second or third time that this has happened up on 93, and hopefully when we work on that road, that'll help improve that with traffic being there. But we've really got to crack down on these dumping, and we've got to make examples of people. And I would hope that our judges would order those folks jail time and put them on a litter crew to pick up trash themselves, teach them a lesson. And I'd like to encourage that. I forgot to recognize them on that, but very outstanding job that they did, and I appreciate all their hard work.
Well said. Thanks very much again. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
No.
We have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Do we have a second? All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Thank you. If I could have county administrator for the purpose of